Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy XIV class and job quests. Last time, can you ever cry from a job quest? Well, I did. Poor Musosai. Oh, he did not deserve what happened to him. I really felt bad about taking him down. But that's the way it goes. I mean, you can't have an old samurai without an honorable death, right? It's just too cliche not to have it. Momozingo, what trouble shall we get into for the remainder of these quests? Because this will, as usual, cover both the remainder of the Stormblood quests and the one Lonely Shadowbringers quest. A Dignified Visitor. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. A woman had come calling on Musosai at the inn. Judging by her appearance, she's a compatriot and a samurai. At that time, I couldn't bring myself to break the news to her. But in hindsight, perhaps it's best that it came from you anyway, seeing as you were Musosai's pupil. The visitor's in front of the quicksand. You'll recognize her by her dignified air and eccentric outfit. She'll stick out like a sore thumb, you know. Oh, yeah, there we are. Dignified samurai.
You appear to be a samurai, yet you are not of our land. May I ask who addresses me?
I am Dekumon, warrior of light and pupil of Musosai.
Well, that you should be Master Musosai's pupil. Tell me, where might I find him?
Unfortunately 6 feet under?
Is that the way of it? Words cannot well express my sorrow. I had the honor of being acquainted with your master in the past. Permit me to introduce myself. I am Makoto of the Sekiseigumi. Ours is the peacekeeping force of Kugane, a port city in Hingashi.
Yeah, I know you guys very well. You show up in a lot of quest lines, sometimes being rather irritant.
I journeyed across the seas hoping to meet with Master Musosai, but it seems I must settle for paying my respects. Might I trouble you to show me to his resting place? The Silver Bazaar, you call it?
Yeah, I can do that.
I am in your debt. Let us away then.
Oh dear. She seemed to have gotten herself in a wee bit of a spot. Not that I expect this to be any real challenge. Well, you guys actually can take a punch. I mean, I know I'm in crappy 80 gear, so I'm not too surprised. But at least I got to show off that little trick. Yeah, once you hit 80, you get the skill Tsubame Geishi, which basically means you get to double your Iaijutsu attacks.
There is no mistaking your blade work. Indeed, Master Musosai trained you well. Forgive me for standing idle as you thought, but I had to make certain that you spoke the truth. Master Musosai seldom took on pupils, you see, but any doubt I may have harbored has been utterly dispelled. Now then, let us continue on.
We were being tested. Lovely. Here's the spot. Yeah, I don't think we buried him deep enough. That's a pretty big mound there. And again, I don't think that's the whole of him. What do we do, bury him vertically?
A beautiful ocean view. He will surely be at peace here. As you may know, Master Musosai had one other pupil before you. Ugetsu is his name, and he is wanted in Hingashi for the murder of countless dignitaries in the Bakufu, our nation's government.
Ugh.
Though his weren't the hands that wielded the blade, Master Musosai created the killer, and in the eyes of the law he was deemed no less responsible. As a samurai, he was expected to commit seppuku in order to atone for his crime, but he refused. As a result, he was branded a craven in Hingashi.
I still think that's bullshit, but that's me.
But naught could be further from the truth. Master Musosai fled not because he feared death. This I knew in my heart. And beholding your blade work, I know now what it is that he sought to do. He wished to make amends by training a new pupil, and then sicking him on the old pupil. Such was the shame that he felt. Death was not sufficient atonement. Nay, the only way he might know peace was to begin anew with a worthy successor who would bring him honor. Know that Ugetsu is no common killer. He is a notorious insurgent who seeks to tear down the status quo. No few samurai sympathize with his cause, and every day more rally to his banner. For a time he remained in hiding, but our operatives report that he has recently resurfaced in Kugane. By all indications, he is poised to strike a heavy blow against the Bakufu. 'Twas for no other purpose but to petition Master Musosai's aid that I journeyed here. Alas, it was not meant to be. As I came, so too must I return, alone.
Lady, weren't you listening to me? I said I would deal with this.
My thanks for showing me here. Brief though it was, 'twas an honor to meet you.
Really? Not even gonna ask me to go to Kugane with you to deal with him? Wow, seriously, that's the end of the quest? That feels rather anticlimactic.
You took her to see Musosai? Doubtless he was happy to have a visitor, being dead and all, and one from his homeland beside. So the wayward pupil is up to no good again. It's certainly worrying, but there isn't much outsiders like us can do. We can only hope that Makoto and her comrades will triumph over this Ugetsu. I'll let you return to your business, but pay me a visit from time to time, you hear? It's lonely without the old man around.
Aww. Poor Momozingo's lonely. The next samurai quest will be available upon reaching level 63, which I am. Trials of the I can never get this right. I always want to say Geisumi. It's Seigumi. Sekiseigumi. Ah, Dekumon, I have a letter for you that arrived at the inn. It's from Makoto, the Hingan samurai who came all the way here seeking Musosai. You remember her? Can't imagine what this might be about. Let's find out, shall we? Okay. Dear Dekumon, I pray this letter finds you well. You received me with kindness when first we met, and I write to you in hopes of depending upon your kindness once more. You will recall what I told you of Ugetsu and his growing faction of insurgents. Upon my return to Kugane, I was dismayed to find that his influence had spread to alarming proportions. Outbreaks of violence had become a regularity, and the men and women of the Sekiseigumi struggle to maintain order. Each day we fight, and each day our strength is shortened further. The enemy, it shames me to say, completely has our measure. I shall speak plain. We are in desperate need of aid, and I beseech you to lend your katana to our cause. As Master Musosai's last pupil, your skills would help us to turn the rising tide. I know full well that I ask much of you, to journey halfway across the world and involve yourself in a struggle not your own. Yet ask I must, for should the Bakufu fall, the realm would be plunged into chaos, and innocent people would be subjected to untold suffering. With all my being, I pray that you will answer our call, and ere long, we shall meet again in Kugane. Sincerely yours, Makoto. Ah, yeah, we're definitely going to help her out.
Musosai's first and final pupils pitted against each other. There's certainly poetry in that, and you can take comfort in the knowledge that you'll be fighting on the side of justice. As Makoto writes, though, it's a lot to ask, and the decision is yours to make. But from my unsolicited opinion, I reckon you should do it. For the old man, if for no one else.
Alright, let's head to Kugane. You're not Makoto.
A samurai, yet yours is not a familiar face. Makoto's foreign guest, I take it? My apologies, but she is not on hand to receive you. She is presently leading a mission to Sakazuki, where insurgent leaders are meeting in secret. However, they are late to return, and I must confess that I grow worried. I would go and find them myself, but I cannot well abandon my post. Might I ask you to go in my stead?
Oh dear. Oh, god dang it, Makoto's in trouble already. Yep, she is definitely in trouble. Makoto, seriously? There's just 3 insurgents. You should be able to handle these guys no problem. I didn't even need the double tap. Alright, girl. Oh dear. Another Sekiseigumi is down. Glad I got here when I did.
Oh, by the kami, it's really you! I know not how to thank you, Dekumon. We got wind of a secret insurgent meeting, and came here hoping to learn something of their plans. But they were the ones who knew of ours. They were expecting us, and had laid a trap, before we knew what was happening. We Hingans live on a rigid caste system, wherein one's standing in society is inherited rather than earned. My comrade, he hailed from a poor farming village. His family grew scarcely enough to pay their lord his dues, and it was all they could do not to starve. In order to escape the shackles of his birth, he sought a new life in Kugane, a more progressive district, where a man may yet rise above his station. He became a samurai, in hopes that he might one day have the power to bring about change. Change to an irrational system that holds people hostage to their birth. Souls such as him make up the Sekiseigumi, those raised with a plow in hand and not a blade. You'll find none among us born into a samurai family. Ours is a ragtag band gathered from all the lower rungs of society. Yet for our disparate origins, we are patriots all. Ugetsu and his cohorts too claim to be patriots, but in order to bring about their change, they would as soon see our nation razed to the ground. As with any nation, Hingoshi is not free of problems, far from it. But should the Bakufu be toppled, the great lords would rise against each other in a bid for power. The realm would be transformed into a battlefield, and another age of blood would begin. If we are to prevent this, if we are to protect the peace, Ugetsu must not be allowed to succeed, no matter the cost. Oh, forgive me, now is not the time to hold forth on my passions. I shall bear my comrade back to the barracks. Pray join me there.
No nod. Thought for sure we'd get one there. Alright, are we gonna get a name for Mr. Soft-Spoken Seki, or is he just gonna be soft-spoken forever?
That the enemy should know our plans. The loss of a comrade pains us, but we are grateful for Makoto's preservation. She has told me all. As Master Musosai's pupil, your blade would be most welcome in these dire times. Dekumon, pray allow me to confirm your intent. By your coming to Kogane, may we take it to mean that you will aid us in our fight?
Aid the Sekiseigumi? Yes!
Oh, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Our cause is much boasted for your blade. Without further ado, I would introduce you to our captain. However, there is one thing I must ask of you. Pray keep the fact that you are Master Musosai's pupil to yourself. It may make little sense to you, but that you shared a master with a wanted criminal would mark you out for suspicion. That is simply the way of it in our culture. Lieutenant Shiden alone knows the truth and understands, but few are as open-minded as him.
I assume this is Shiden?
Ah, it occurs to me that I've yet to introduce myself. As Makoto says, I am Shiden, Lieutenant of the Sekiseigumi. And may I apologize for our order's penchant for procedure. When I sent you to find Makoto in my stead, I could not leave my post due to a prior duty, tending to the whims of a visiting dignitary, pressing business as you'll no doubt appreciate. Now, if you'll wait just a moment, I shall bring Captain Kongo hither.
Captain Kongo, huh? Yeah, he looks like a stern dude.
May I present to you Dekumon Tia, who has journeyed from faraway Eorzea to aid our cause. Though he is not of our land, I have witnessed his skill at arms firsthand, and have every confidence that he will prove an invaluable ally.
He's already suspicious of us. Yep. Jeez, man.
Captain?
You would have us trust our lives to an outsider. For all we know, he is one of Ugetsu's or even an Imperial spy.
Oh, Captain, please. Dekumon is a good man and true. I personally vouch for his identity, and shall assume all responsibility for his actions. Should his origin give you cause to doubt, you would do well to doubt us all, the sons and daughters of nameless farmers and laborers, and the kami know what else.
Very well, but mark my words, outsider. A single misstep and I will cut you down. He's a friendly fellow.
Forgive the captain, my friend. He holds himself responsible for all our losses, and we fight a losing battle. In spite of our best efforts, we are no closer to ascertaining Ugetsu's whereabouts, nor do we know the full extent of his operations. And in light of the recent ambush, I fear there is a breach in our security. As if we had not enough problems, His Excellency the Tyro, one of our nation's most powerful men, has chosen this juncture to come to Kogane on an embassy visit. Ugetsu will surely look to wreak further chaos, and it falls to the Sekiseigumi to keep our honored guest hale and whole. We will be out in force providing security, and I pray that we can rely on your blade as well.
Still no nod. Weird. Thought for sure I'd get one right there.
I too must beg your forgiveness for the captain's outburst. With naught to show for our efforts, he grows even more irritable. Now then, I must return to my duties. We have no task for you at present, but in case of an emergency, pray remain near and with your katana near at hand.
Alright. And no, that is not a nod. That is my character's head just following her bow. I will not be artificially inflating the freaking nod count. Trust me, it gets fat enough as it is already. Next up, Matsuba Mayhem.
Dekumon, it's terrible! Captain Kongo, he has committed seppuku!
Wow. Well, saves me from that voice at least.
He wished to atone for his failure to catch Ugetsu and all the casualties we've incurred, so he wrote in the letter that he found next to his body. With His Excellency the Tyro soon to arrive in Kugone, all is in chaos. We haven't even had the chance to hold funeral rites. It is all Shiden can do to keep our order functioning. Yet function we must, for the Tyro is likely to be targeted by Ugetsu and his cohorts. As part of the security detail, I am tasked with patrolling the short pier area. I should be grateful for your extra pair of eyes, Dekumon.
Alright.
I am in your debt. If aught strikes you as suspicious, I ask that you notify me at once.
Look for suspicious stuff in the South Pier, okay. Ah, here was the spot I was looking for. Now, is there anything sus around here that I can call out? This is big ass airship flying out there, but I don't think they're that sus. They've been here forever. There is nothing out of the ordinary. Disappointing, but move on. What about here? Those tassels. They're suspicious. I've never seen anyone with tassels on a boat before. Oh wait, I think there's another one over there. You catch sight of a quaint charm. Quaint charm, you say? Okay. Show the bloodstained charm to Makoto. Oh. I thought it was quaint, not bloodstained. Makoto, I think you're supposed to be watching the docks themselves.
There you are. Did you observe aught suspicious?
I got a bloodstained charm. That's pretty suspicious. Then again, that could just be part of your culture. Heck if I know. I mean, heck, I was here for the Astros and they wanted to sacrifice people.
A charm, and it is stained with blood. But where have I seen it before?
Oh, let me guess, it's the Taitos.
This belonged to Captain Kongo. There is no mistake. It ever adorned his neck. But how did it come to be at the docks?
Did you actually see his body? Perhaps he went for a stroll before taking... Yeah, do not tell me he's a traitor.
No, I myself did not see it. Could it be? 'Twas but a ruse? That the captain did not kill himself, but rather was slain by insurgents?
Oh, okay. Here I thought he was a traitor and was faking his own life.
Come me preserve. If this is true, it would mean that the enemy walks among us.
And back-to-back nods there.
Oh, we must notify Shiden at once, and have him bolster security around the Tyro. To the Thavnarian consulate, Dekumon.
Something tells me we're too late. Okay, maybe not.
Why isn't the lieutenant here? What is he doing?
What's he doing? Come now, surely you know of His Excellency the Tyro's predilections.
What? You mean the rumors were true? That he's a horrible gambler? Oh, it is whispered that the Tyro was wont to indulge in voracious appetite for pleasure houses under the guise of official duty.
Oh, so he's a lecher. Lovely.
If this is the case, then he will be in Sanjo Hanamachi, and so too will Shiden. Let us hurry.
I always have a heck of a time pronouncing Japanese-style names. Oh dear. See, this is what I was expecting in the last stop.
Shiden? What are you doing?
Oh, he's evil.
You two, why are you not at the docks? I was given to understand that the Tyro has come not on official but personal business. Aye, that he is, but that is none of your concern. At any rate, I have the area well covered. You may return to your stations. Shiden, wait. There is no danger here. Why was your katana drawn?
Crap.
You are too clever by half. More's the pity we failed to finish you off on Sakazuki.
He's evil! Yep, I'm gonna draw my katana now.
Your foreign friend was supposed to die then as well, but we underestimated Musosai's pupil. How could you, Shiden? The captain was your friend! Let me tell you a tale. I was born in a farming village and grew up in squalor. Our liege lord was a tyrant, one who brung us presents for everything we had. None dared to rise up for fear of their lives. My parents, pushed to the brink of survival, mustered the courage to speak out. For their troubles they were promptly arrested, but it did not end there. Nay, our Lord wished to make an example, and so we had them burned alive before the gathered villagers. Jeez.
Okay, I'll be honest, I might consider rebelling too for that shit.
Through gritted teeth, I watched my mother and father die, powerless to help. In that moment, I vowed to myself that one day I would change all that is wrong with the world. I took up the katana and trained like a man possessed, and eventually won a place in the Sekiseigumi. In the beginning, I was overjoyed. Finally, I could make a difference. But reality couldn't be more different, and ere long I came to see the Sekiseigumi for what it was. A tool of the powers that be, glorified guardsmen who patrol the streets for petty criminals. Samurai, justice. These things are not but hollow ideals, and they can change nothing. This I realized to my despair. But then I met Lord Ugetsu, and he awakened me to the truth, that in order to bring about true change, we must bring down the Bakufu. We must tear down the establishment and dig it up from its rotted roots.
My feet moving? Yeah, I think my character's like resetting his stance here every second or two. Yep, he is.
You are my comrade, and I feel your pain. But Ugetsu's path leads only to death and destruction. Countless people would be made to suffer. No more than what we endured in our village. There is no hope for Hingashi but to be reborn in the fires of conflict. This is madness! I will not allow your twisted vision to be realized. Then it seems we must cross blades. But are you certain you wish to do so here, where an outwitting passerby could come to harm? It wouldn't reflect well upon the Sekiseigumi, I know. Fine. Let us take this to Matsuba Square. The others are out on security detail, and there will be no one to disturb us.
I do not trust him. Not to mention we're leaving the Tatsu unguarded. Oh, it is just him then. Alright. Yeah, I know. There we go. Defeat Shiden. Let's go. We all had the same thought. The only difference is I'm following through with this one. I have to do better than that, buddy. I do not have that skill yet. Two arms, two arms. What is going on here? Are we about to be branded as traitors? Here come to aid you. Which you are they aiding? Oh, fuck. That's not good. They're all working for him. This many were traitors? Holy crap. Well, this is about to get ugly fast. For the cause. Oh, crap. Traitors! Go, you gotta AoE this shit. I need my second wind here. That voice? Calvin's alive! Oh, it's about to become a war now. I thought you were dead, you stingy old cod. 'Twas he who tried to kill me, exactly. Man, I really wish this was voiced. Can't remember, we are the Sekiseigumi and our blades stand for... I guess Shiden's mine. Fine. The real fight starts now, bitch. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. I'm not interested. You know what? Let's turn this away from the others so you're not involved in that fight. Oh fuck. That was impressive looking. Didn't do much, but it was impressive looking. Sir, you're already a little on the low side. Might be because I'm mixing in all the shitens I can. Why can I not hit him? Oh, I wasn't targeting him. That was why. Alright, Shiden's down. And all the others run away like little bitches. But Shiden is ours. And now we get some information out of him, hopefully. Alright, you little SOB, talk. It's over, Shiden.
Over? Nay, Kongo. This is only the beginning. Long live Lord Ugetsu!
Oh, no, I'm standing. And now I'm dead. Blech. Farewell, old friend. May we meet again in the next life.
Oh, Captain, thank the Kami you're safe. Will you tell us what happened?
I will, but first there is something I must do. Dekumon, for your timely intervention, I give you my thanks. And for my earlier discourtesy, I beg your forgiveness. Aww. Really? I can't give him an Eastern bow back? Come on.
Allow me to thank you also. Were you not on hand, there is no telling what might have come to pass.
I have this emote. I can do it back to them. With me gone, Shiden would have had free reign. He was the last any of us would have suspected. Soft-spoken as he was.
Aye, when he told us that you had committed seppuku, none thought to question it.
A convenient lie, but a poor one. Any who know me well should know that I would not take my leave ere I dealt with these insurgents. To do so would be the greatest shame by far. Now then, let me recount you my tale. Late at night, Shiden summoned me to the docks to discuss an urgent matter. As I approached him, the wretch slashed out at me without warning. Though I couldn't react in time to dodge the blade, for a blessing that caught my charm, sparing me a fatal wound. My momentum sent me over the docks and into the sea, where I remained until it was safe to resurface. My lungs were ripe to burst when Shiden finally left. Wow.
Such an ordeal that must have been.
Yeah, by the way, we have your charm. We can give it back to you. Having learned that there were traitors beside Shiden, I kept to the shadows and watched their movements. And the rest you know. With the Tyro safe and the traitors dealt with, we may return to the barracks. Let us continue our conversation there. Okay. Dekumon, my thanks again for your help. I just stand there, just stoically. No nod, no nothing. Ah, a fellow samurai. I think they're even in the same outfit. Or pretty close to it. You journeyed here from a distant land in order to lend your strength to our beleaguered order, yet I drew my blade upon you. As it turned out, 'twas those whom I thought I knew and trusted that betrayed me. Suffice it to say, I feel a right fool. Also, he just bowed to me, so thank you.
But now we have succeeded in rooting out all traitors in our ranks.
That we have. And from those we caught, we were able to wring out some key details of their operation. Shiden had been seducing our men over to Ugetsu's side. Those who proved unamenable to his advances were killed, like our comrade in the recent mission. Makes my blood boil to think that those most loyal among us were struck down by treachery.
What of Ugetsu's whereabouts?
It appears he makes his base on the mainland, somewhere in Yangsha, but the precise location still eludes us. Is it just me, or is this Lalafell like staring directly into the camera?
Forgive me if I speak out of turn, Captain, but even as we laid our lives on the line, the tyro went about satisfying his urges. Can we truly say that we protected the peace this day?
Well, do I understand your frustration, Makoto? Yet for as many vices, there is no denying his instrumental role the tyro plays in keeping the realm whole. Even are the great lords watching to a fraction of form, by which they might break the status quo and usurp power. Through skillful intercession and manipulation, the tyro keeps each of them in check. It is no secret that the Bakufu is a cesspool of corruption, but in spite of this we must protect the peace, such as a samurai's calling. Though you come to us from afar, you share this calling with us. I pray that we can continue to rely upon your blade, my ancient samurai friend. Aww. Come on, man, throw him a nod or something.
Allow me to add my voice to the captain's. You are a stalwart ally to our cause and a samurai true. Master Musosai was not mistaken in choosing you.
Well, that's supposed to be, that's at least some level of comfort. Anyway, next up, Makoto. The hunt for Ugetsu begins.
Great tidings, Dekumon. We've ascertained the location of Ugetsu's hideout. Captain Kongo has the details. A moment, if you would.
Back to the gravel voice. Couldn't you have been the soft-spoken guy and, you know, the other guy being the gravel? Dekumon, you are welcome. We scoured Shiden's quarters and what should turn up among his possessions but missives he received from Ugetsu. They point to a certain ruin in Yangsha. Now, word of Shiden's demise will have already reached Ugetsu, and he must assume that we will track him down ere long. But he will not, cannot run. To do so after losing his right hand would cost him much of the momentum he has painstakingly gained. As I see it, two choices remain to Ugetsu. He will await our coming, or he will bring the fight to us. Either way, the stakes are high. As you know, Ugetsu is a peerless swordsman. Only you, who bested Shiden, and perhaps myself, could stand a chance against him. As captain, my place is here at the barracks. While I hold the fort, I bid you and Makoto journey to Yangsha, there to hunt down Ugetsu. I can do that. I shall pray for your safety and success. If instead the rogue should show himself here, rest assured that I will give him a rousing welcome.
Yangsha lies upon the mainland, across the Ruby Sea. We will first make for Namai, a small mountain village, and thence go after Ugetsu with his cohorts.
Oh, Namai. Thankfully, I have an ether right there I can teleport to. Thought you wanted to meet in the village, Makoto.
The ruin serving as Ugetsu's hideout is near. I shall scout on ahead. Meanwhile, pray scour the area for insurgents and tend to them.
Okay. So find random people and stab them in the face. Sure. This looks like a good spot. Hello? Are there any insurgents about? Yes, there is. Hello, sir. Boy, he can take a hit. Alright, next. Two of y'all this time. Aw, that's a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping I would actually get meditation stacks for doing the Tsubame Geishi, but that's not surprising, I suppose. Alright, spot number 3. Oh dear. That it? Well, well, well. Looks like she caught one too.
Ugetsu is nowhere to be seen. Then that means...
He's on his way to Kugane. To pay your captain a visit.
Kami, preserve! We must hurry back!
Oh dear. What?
We've no time to waste, Dekumon. Let us hurry back to Kugane.
Return to Kugane, yes. And then I get cutscene to Kugane. Perfect. Oh my god, look at this suave-looking mofo. Also, that is a hell of a freaking katana he's wearing. Xenos, is that you moonlighting in my samurai job quest? Because damn. Oh dear. Bye, Captain. This were the 70 quest, I'd say he might have won that, but no way.
No!
This guy's only gonna be in like 1 or 2 quests. They gave him a look. Forgive me. I was too weak. My voice too hard on his throat. The Sekiseigumi. Yours now. You must finish. Ugh. And dead. God, look at that outfit. Well, well. For a moment, I doubted my eyes, but it really is you, Kagetsu. I hadn't expected to see you in a Sekiseigumi uniform, dear sister. What? And here I thought I was keeping a secret. That stance. Yes, the very picture of Master himself. So you are Musosai's final pupil, and the samurai who felled Shiden. Mm-hmm. That was a legit nod. Ah, we meet at last. Ugetsu at your service. Like you, I trained under Musosai. And like you, I was made to walk his absurd path. We are practically brothers. It's a shame, then, that we stand on opposing sides. Hingashi has known peace for too long. Her leaders have grown soft, and they spend their days in decadence. Their existence is a blight, one that must be burned out with the fires of revolution. To kindle this fire, I bade Shiden assassinate the Tyro, but thanks to you and yours, the attempt ended in miserable failure. Till now, we have kept to the shadows, but that time has passed. No few people share our vision, and by bringing them into the fold, we shall have the strength to face the Bakufu openly and defeat it. Removing your captain was the first step in this endeavor. With him gone, the good men and women of the Sekiseigumi may choose with their hearts. If there are any souls here who would join our cause, we welcome you with open arms. If not, we welcome you with open blades. The offer stands for you too, Kagetsu, my brother pupil. Will you not create a new world with me? No option for me.
Create? You can create not with the edge of a blade. Nay, what you seek to do is destroy. Should the Bakufu fall, Hingashi would be plunged into another age of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, blood will flow, aye, but it will serve to nourish and strengthen a new nation, one that is free of the corruption that tainted the old. What we have now is not peace, but stagnance. Hingashi has become a morass of decay, and we samurai must be the tsunami that washes it clean to make way for true peace. A samurai fights to ward off chaos, not create it. Have you forgotten Master Musosai's teachings? Clearly my breath is wasted on you. But what of the others? Will you remain mindless slaves to the Bakufu? Or will you join me and bring about true change? Disappointing. I had hoped some of you would see sense, but if we must fight, then so be it. I have no desire to spill blood needlessly. Let us settle this away from the masses, on the Isle of Bekko. Your people against mine. Though, if I may make an observation, it seems you may want for blades, dear sister, now that your men are aware of our connection.
Do I look like I give a crap? I'll still fight you.
Hear me, my comrades. As leader of the first squad, I have been chosen to carry on Captain Kongo's legacy. The battle against Ugetsu promises to be bloody, but come what may, we must prevail. The future of Hingashi rests upon us.
I'm a little concerned that the troops lack the motivation, what with you being the dude's sister, and I being trained by the same master.
Forgive me, Dekumon, but it is all true. Ugetsu is my older brother, and Kagetsu is my birth name, though I have long cast it aside. We were born into a samurai family in the capital, Bukio. From a tender age, Ugetsu showed tremendous talent as a swordsman, and everyone knew him as a child prodigy. But to me, he was always the kind and caring brother. I was proud of him, and I couldn't have been prouder when the legendary Musosai took him as a pupil. Then he took to the road for his training, and I never saw him again. 'Twas a different man who returned. Instead of easy smiles, he wore frowns. Instead of good-natured quipping, he engaged in heated tirades directed at the Bakufu and the great lords. There was so much anger, but more than that, there was despair. Despair for his country. Not long thereafter, he parted ways with Master Musosai and began instructing me in the katana. As far as back then, I believe he harbored the dream of toppling the Bakufu, and so he instilled in me the skills to survive in a war-ravaged world. In time, I came into my own as a samurai. And then it happened. My brother assassinated high-ranking officers of the Bakufu, and our family was made to pay the price. Our line was ordered wiped from existence. My parents were summarily executed, as 'twas only by chance that I escaped their fate. Out on the streets and without a home, I journeyed to Kokone. I adopted the name Makoto and knocked on the Sekiseigumi's doors with but one purpose in my mind: pursuing Ugetsu. We may share the same blood, but I can never forgive him, for our parents' blood is on his hands. But for all my determination, I am no match for my brother, and while his cause grows in strength, mine only weakens. In our culture, people are defined first by their birth, and the revelation that I am kin to Ugetsu has shaken my men's faith in me. They may not accept my authority, even though the captain willed it. And with him gone, there is naught I may depend upon save mine own conviction, and you, Dekumon. Even should it cost me my life, I swear to end my brother's ambition. I pray that you will stand with me through this trying time.
Oh, I will definitely stand with you, madame. I will not abandon you, Makoto. After all, we have one last challenge to face: the battle on Bekko.
Dekumon, my fears have become reality. Members of the Sekiseigumi are deserting one after another. Finding out that I am Ugetsu's sister, and you, Musosai's pupil, has shattered their faith in our cause. With so many gone, we haven't the strength to face the insurgents. We have to convince them to return somehow. There is no two ways about my connection to Ugetsu, but if we can dispel the stigma surrounding Master Musosai at least, they may yet have a change of heart. I require but a chance to speak my piece. Will you help me round up our disillusioned comrades? I will look around the barracks on the north side of town. If you could focus your search on the south.
Oh, this is not going to end well. These guys are not going to listen to us. Now, there's one at least, the one with the weird hair. I say you bested the lieutenant, but I'll be damned if you didn't use dirty tricks you learned from that craven Musosai. The captain calls. What's the insurgent sister want now? Might as well see what sort of lame excuse she's got in store. Well, at least he went. What about you? What do you want, Ejin? I have not to stay to the likes of you. The captain desires a chance to explain. Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to hear her out. This is working better than I thought. And last but not least, Babyface.
Oh, it's not like I mistrust you and the captain. It's just I can't win up the will to fight anymore. Well, she wants to talk, does she? Well, I doubt anything she says will change my mind, but I'll go along with it for now.
Well, that's better than I could have hoped for. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Oh, my thanks for your help, Dekumon. Let's begin before they change their minds.
That way we can try and change them for them.
Hear me, my comrades. In our nation, Musosai is a name that evokes loathing. All know that it is were the hands that created the monster Ugetsu, and all know that he evaded responsibility for fear of death.
But
Naught could be further from the truth, for Musosai ever taught that a samurai's calling is to preserve order. However, Ugetsu seeks to do the very opposite. In bringing down the Bakufu, he means to usher in such chaos as to trigger another age of blood. Ugetsu may have trained under Musosai, but he was no true pupil of his. Nay, his true pupil stands before you now, and he, like his master did, wields his katana to protect the peace.
Ha! Protect the peace, you'd like to say. But what did Musosai ever do to protect the peace? Can you tell us that?
I would ask the same question. All we know is that he challenged warriors the realm over and never once was defeated. An impressive feat, to be sure, but it's neither here nor there. It takes strength to protect the peace. As we strive to hone our skills through rigorous training, Musosai honed his through duels.
They're not buying it. We're gonna have to bring out the big guns. He went on a quest to right wrongs as Kogarashi. He brought evil doers to account as Kogarashi. Yeah, he went on a quest to right wrongs as Kogarashi. I think they know that name. Wait a second. The Kogarashi? The Mr. Samurai who roamed the land, smiting the wicked when I was little?
The man who protected the weak and punished common crooks and great lords alike before vanishing like the wind?
It was Musosai all along. I became a samurai because of him. My dreams are ruined.
Me too. Kogarashi was my hero. I wanted to change the world like him.
Looking back, it was when I first heard tale of Kogarashi that the desire to take out the katana took root in my heart. I had known that Master Musosai journeyed the land with my brother, but to think that he did so as Kogarashi. Could the experience have pushed Ugetsu to his extreme beliefs?
Possibly.
Very well, Captain. We were wrong about Musosai. But what have you to say for yourself?
That's right. We haven't forgotten about that. Your brother's the bastard that's trying to tear down our nation. How can we trust you? Then trust me. Enough. I've been biting my tongue, but I can't stand it no more. Oh, never mind. Bobozinga, what are you doing here?
Hello there, Dekumon. Fancy seeing me here, I shouldn't doubt. The idea occurred to me to visit Musosai's homeland, you see, and you know how spontaneous I can be. But what do I find upon arriving with this painful display of narrow-mindedness? The old man will be turning in his grave.
Who in the seven hells are you?
Oh, who I am doesn't matter. What matters is what I did, and that was to journey with Dekumon and Musosai on a quest to right wrongs. We've established that you all respect and admire Musosai, who happens to be your childhood hero Kogarashi. Well then, you should know what he used to always say about your own countrymen, that you're so focused on a person's birth you blind yourself to his true worth. Oh, it's so bleeding obvious, I can't believe I have to say this, but having a villain for a brother does not make Makoto a villain herself. In spite of their relationship, she opposes him for God's sakes. Now, look at yourselves. None of you were born in the samurai families, but through hard work you've made it this far. Become who you wanted to be. What Makoto has done is no different. Like you, she's broken free of the shackles of her birth to live a life of her own choosing.
But Akami, why could I not see this? After all we've been through together as comrades.
Ah, damn it, you're right. How many times have I had to put up a scorn because I came from a poor village? But there I was dealing that scorn to the captain.
Strike me down for a fool. I've always despised this aspect of our culture, yet all this time I've remained its unwitting prisoner. Come, my friends, let us bring back those of us who are still at large. We have a battle to win and peace to protect.
There we go. Damn Momozingo with the motivational speech at the last second.
You're the gentleman from the inn in Ul'dah. I owe you a debt of gratitude.
Yeah, a debt of gratitude, sorry. Oh, don't mention it. I'm a showman by trade and words are my domain. Swords, not so much, so I'll bow out here. Oh, I think I'll go take a dip in one of those hot springs I've heard so much about. You do that, little guy. The rest I leave in your capable hands, Dekumon. Put a stop to Ugetsu and give the old man the peace that he deserves. You can count on us. Now go on, man. Enjoy the hot springs. We have a duty calls to get to, I imagine.
The appointed hour is nigh. Let us make for the field of battle, for the Isle of Bekko.
Well, to no surprise, it's the duty calls.
All wayward members are returned, and all with their resolve restored. Let us go and face Ugetsu.
This is going to be a good fight. I still love that wild armor he has. Everyone else is so plain looking. Will this false peace continue? Or will the fires of true change sweep across the land? Today we decide Hingashi's history. Today we decide whose path is right. Musosai's or mine? There's but one among you worthy of being my opponent. He who trained under mine old master. Come, Dekumon, show me the strength of your conviction. So this is gonna be a good old-fashioned boss brawl. Ugetsu, slayer of 1,000 souls. And me, slayer of 1,000 gods. Let's see how you like it, buddy. You have to do a lot better than that. Well, those are leaving puddles, hang on. He's already under half. You got to do a lot better than this, sir. Okay. That was easy enough to dodge. Seems too easy. Really does. Uh-oh. Doing the triple circle gag again. Splat. Is that it? They're running. Okay, that was it. Thought there might be a second phase there. So much for you and your fancy katana. All right, buddy. Time to lay down them arms. I see. Want him alive. Or she's gonna do the final blow herself, yep. Everybody got really still all of a sudden. Why do you stay your blade? Still the brother. Even after everything you've done. It is over. The heavens have chosen. Now strike me down. A samurai must be decisive. Finish me, or I shall finish you. And there it was. Good. You've gone strong, little sister. Blech. I think the samurai questline might have the biggest body count yet.
Come, my friends. Let us return to the barracks.
One big group nod. Still only counts as one. Nobody will mind if I take that sword, right? Right? Alright, Makoto, let's wrap this one up.
We've succeeded in quelling a major threat to the nation, and it was in no small part due to you, Dekumon. You have my eternal gratitude. While not all insurgents are accounted for, without a leader to unite them, they will eventually scatter to the winds. As for me, my appointment as captain of the Sekiseigumi has since been made official. It is a heavy burden, but I swear to bear it with the honor and live up to Captain Kongo's faith in me. Meanwhile, the revelation of Kogurashi's true identity has been doing its rounds of our order. 'Twould seem that nigh all of our younger members idolized him and joined out with the desire to make a difference. In embarking upon his quest, I believe that Master Musosai in part wished to sow the seeds of a new generation. Ugetsu sought the quick path to change, and cared not that it was fraught with strife and suffering. He saw Inkashi as a dilapidated house, fit only to be torn down. But Master Musosai sought to restore this house, board by board, nail by nail, one injustice at a time, even should it take several lifetimes. To ensure that his legacy lives on, I will embark upon my own quest of change here in Kogone, and I pray that you will do the same no matter where your road takes you.
I forget what the 70s quest actually gets me. I think it's the big, the 2-minute cooldown. By facing your brother pupil in Mortal Kombat, you have drawn forth a new ability. Yep, it is. It's the 2-minute cooldown. Alright. And with that, we have one final quest from the Shadowbringers. The Legend of Musosai.
Dekumon, how good of you to pay me a visit, and now of all times! You see, I'm about to depart for Eorzea to visit Master Musosai's grave, to tell him of our victory over Ugetsu. That you should come to me at this juncture is most fortuitous. Would you do me the honor of accompanying me on this journey?
Of course.
Oh, thank you, my friend. And lest you wonder, I've not forgotten about Momozigo. I would call on him as well. Upon arriving, let us first go to the quicksand.
Back to Ul'dah we go. No problem. Hey, Makoto, we're here.
I'm afraid Momozingo isn't here. According to the folk here, he's in the midst of preparing for another spectacle. Though I'm curious as to what he has in store, we shouldn't keep Master Musosai waiting. Let us go to his grave first. The place was the Silver Bazaar, if I recall correctly. Come, let us be on our way.
We're here. Thought we'd be at the grave, though.
Oh, this town is much livelier than I recall, and there are folk attired as samurai besides. Curious. But come, Master Musosai awaits.
There are? That is curious. Here we are.
We did it, Master Musosai. With Dekumon standing with us, we defeated Ugetsu and put an end to his madness. And your teachings, your legacy, they live on in the Sekiseigumi. So please rest easy. It is done. Thank you for accompanying me.
I won't stand for this mummerty.
That sounds like trouble. Let us go and see what is afoot.
It's been surprisingly light on nods. Oh, not you again. Dressing like a samurai don't make you one. You bastard sully Master Musosai's memory. What? I whooped your ass and now suddenly you think you're Musosai's newest pupil? Those bosses, it's you. Ah! I'm out.
That man knows you and Master Musosai both. I would find out who he is.
He's a poser. But sure, you want to chase him, go ahead.
Forgive me. I learned my lesson. Since you chanced me on that ship, I've mended my ways.
You're that false samurai. Ostrigan, yeah. I clearly remembered your name. Or at least the game did.
I'm Ostrigan, the bodyguard to a serial killer who thought he could take you on, and lost.
but I've stopped selling my sword to crooks. I lead an honest life now, selling toad oil.
It seems to me the evil in this man has been excised.
Mm-hmm.
You have not to fear from Dekumon. Please be at ease, and tell us the cause of your earlier outburst.
You see, after I saw what a true samurai could do, I knew I wanted to become one too. So I sought Master Musosai out, hoping he'd take me on as a pupil, only to learn that he'd already passed away. Since then, I've been visiting his grave every day in order to get inspiration. Recently, though, someone's been telling the tale of Master Musosai's quest to right wrongs at the quicksand. On account of that, people started dressing up like samurai and flocking to his grave like it's some goddamn spectacle. But they're false, the whole lot of them. Falser than I ever was.
I had the honor of knowing Master Musosai, and the Master Musosai I knew would be glad if his tale inspired others to follow in his footsteps. And though he was a solitary man, he did not spurn the company of others. I don't believe he would mind the crowds.
Really? Well, I suppose you'd know better than me. But of course. Might be as Master Musosai is gone, but you were his pupil. I beg you, teach me how to be a true samurai like you. I don't have the time, buddy. Look, man, I'm the damn warrior of light. I ain't got time to be taking on pupils.
Dekumon has much demands on his time, and is not in a position to take on pupils. But if you are determined to learn, I invite you to come to Kugane. I can introduce you to schools of swordsmanship.
You mean I could train in the Far East, where it all began? I'd love nothing more. It'd be a dream come true, ma'am.
Very well. A long journey is better with company. Let us return to Kugane together. Though I wonder, this is someone who has been telling the tale of Master Musosai's quest. It seems to me it could only be one person.
Yep, Momozinga.
It would be a shame to have come all this way and not see our friend. Let us try visiting the quicksand once again.
Mm-hmm.
As I suspected, Momozinga is indeed our storyteller, and as luck would have it, he's about to begin another session.
Ah. Weaving the tale in the quicksand. I suppose it makes more sense than doing it in the Colosseum. Oh, look at him. He's even got himself a kimono and everything. Gather ye round, one and all, and listen to my tale. A tale that began with an unlikely meeting between a young adventurer and an elderly samurai hailing from the Far East. Known as Musosai, the samurai took on challenges upon the blood sands. Many answered his call, but none had an answer to his transcendent swordsmanship. For a time, it seemed that he would go undefeated. But there came one unassuming adventurer. Wielding the katana, a foreign weapon he had theretofore never held, he fought with heart and skill to claim victory. And of course he sees us there. Look at him spreading the good word of Musosai. After journeying the realm over, vanquishing evil together, never could the adventurer have imagined that for his final test, he must vanquish Musosai himself. That man's literally on the edge of his seat over here. Left with no recourse, he drew his katana and faced his friend and master. A grueling battle unfolded, with neither side yielding a single ilm. The adventurer brought his all to bear, but he was matched at every turn by Musosai, who unleashed technique after deadly technique, betraying no signs of the illness that ravaged his body. But at the end of a contest of equals, it was the younger samurai who dealt the final blow to emerge the victor. His master had trained him well. As he lay battered and bloodied on the snow, Musosai demanded that his pupil finish it. Shutting his eyes tight, the adventurer raised his katana. Whoosh! The blade traced a victorious arc. Jeez, man, don't act like you never heard the story before. And cleaved empty air. The adventurer had excised the evil in Musosai, as Musosai himself had done for those who could yet be redeemed. So it was that the elderly samurai found peace in his final moment. It is said that his soul now rests atop the cliff by the Silver Bazaar, where he gazes out at the setting sun. And somewhere out there, the young adventurer continues his noble master's legacy, fighting for justice and vanquishing evil wheresoever it should exist. Oh, hey look, there he is right there. So ends my tale, The Legend of Musosai. Thank you all for your kind attention. Donations will be gladly accepted at the door. Boy, he had the crowd round up there. Aww. He 100% saw us, yep. You know, it's hard to do this with you lot in the audience, but it's good to see you all. Even Mr. Fake Samurai here. You're doubtless wondering how I fell into my new calling. Well, during my trip to Kogane, I had the chance to hear a storyteller at the Mujikoza. I knew right away that this is what I wanted to do, what my gift of the gab was meant for. That was a masterful and heartfelt retelling. I pray that you will continue to share the tale of Master Musosai with all the world. Oh, you can depend on it. Though, of course, if I'm to be a storyteller worth my salt, I'll need some variety in my repertoire. Dekumon, you're still out there doing your adventuring, aren't you? Don't you have any new tales to share that could make for a good yarn? The struggle to save the first. The hunt for Andrea. Now, I'd tell you all about a brand new world bathed in light and all the crazy bullshit that happened there. Because, hoo boy, that was a hell of a fun expansion. By the 12, your quest to right wrongs took you across the rift into another world? Truth really is stranger than fiction. My thanks, Dekumon. This will be a splendid addition to my tales. I'm afraid it is time we sort our ship. Brief though it was, I'm glad for our reunion. I'm gonna train hard in Hingashi, and I'm gonna come back a real samurai. Just you watch. If your travel should bring you to Kogane again, please come and seek me out at the barracks. Till next time. Aww. See you around, you two. Keep the big guy out of trouble, would you please? Now to think that pretender would have a change of heart and try to become a true samurai. The old man will be pleased. Now it goes to show, Musosai's legacy truly lives on in you, Dekumon, and it takes root even in the hearts of those you sliced up. So keep fighting the good fight, my friend, and remember to visit me from time to time to share more of your tales. Aww. And with that, my friends, the Samurai Quest falls silent. I liked this one. There we are, Semi M3. This was a good little quest line. I like this one a lot. I am so glad I rushed to get the samurai leveled up. But my friends, that is all the time I have for today. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean job listings. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.